My name's Steven, and we're going to talk about Game of Thrones Season 8. This is going to be a video, my first YouTube video, about what I want to see and what I'm expecting in Game of Thrones Season 8. Alright, so here we go. What I want first is a satisfying ending. Something like Breaking Bad. I thought Breaking Bad ended almost perfectly, left me with very little questions, and overall I was completely satisfied with the way that Breaking Bad ended. So, definitely want a satisfying ending. It's been almost 2 years. We only have 6 episodes left. So, I'm recording this the week before Game of Thrones Season 8 starts. I'm going to record videos after each episode and upload them on the Monday following. Alright, so I started watching Game of Thrones during Season 3. Right before Season 3 started, I saw Season 1 on Blu-ray. I picked it up. Wasn't really sure what it was about. Didn't hear much about it before. I was talking to my one buddy. Told him I picked it up. And he was like, man, as soon as you're done with that, you gotta let me borrow it. So I went home. I watched it. And I got to the end. And I was like, what just happened? You just killed Ned Stark. At first, I couldn't believe it. It was episode 9. So, I was like, there's no way. There's no way. Went to the next episode. Ned Stark's head on a pole. But, right after that, I immediately went out, bought Season 2, and watched Season 3 on TV. I've been recording it since, and I love the show. So, the number one thing that I want is a satisfying ending. There's only 6 episodes left. I hope that's enough time to do the end of the show justice. I can't wait to see Jon Snow and Daenerys Targaryen, their reaction to Jon actually being a Targaryen.
Jon's real name
is Targaryen.
Jon hasn't really known who he was this entire time, and he's actually the rightful king, the rightful person to sit on the Iron Throne. He has more of a claim than Daenerys Targaryen. I feel like that's going to cause some drama between Jon and Daenerys, and maybe Jon and Sansa, maybe the rest of the North. We'll see, but I'm definitely interested to see how that plays out. Jon being a Targaryen. Also, when Jon and Daenerys get back to Winterfell, Jon and Arya are going to reunite. This is going to be the first time since Season 1 that we see them together, which is definitely going to be fun, definitely going to be interesting. I think the last time that they were together was when Jon gave Arya a needle. So, definitely should be a pretty interesting reuniting. Kind of like Jon and Sansa. That was a pretty nice reuniting. I think it's going to be even better with Jon and Arya. Something else that I'm kind of interested about, a couple years ago, I read a fan theory about Tyrion, and is Tyrion actually a Targaryen and not a Lannister? So some things for this theory are, Tywin, his father, said that he doesn't think Tyrion is actually his son. But he couldn't prove it, so therefore he's a Lannister. Tyrion got close to the dragons when he released them while Daenerys was gone. We also know that the Mad King had a thing for Tyrion's mom. Another thing that I've noticed was Tyrion's mom died in childbirth, Jon Snow's mom died in childbirth, and Daenerys Targaryen's mom died in childbirth. Now we know Jon and Daenerys are Targaryens. This could be another link that shows that Tyrion is possibly a Targaryen. I don't know if this is going to be shown in Season 8, but that'd be kind of cool to see. So something else for Season 8 that I want to see is more dragons, and definitely, please, more direwolves. I want to see Ghost. We haven't seen Ghost since Season 6. He wasn't in Season 7 at all. I want to see Ghost, and I want to see more direwolves, maybe Nymeria, and more maybe a pack of direwolves. And what is Jon and Daenerys going to think when we see Viserion, an ice dragon? They thought he was dead after the Night King threw a spear and killed him. But then he brought him back, and he's an ice dragon, and he brought down the wall. What is Jon and Daenerys going to think of that? And let's see dragons fighting dragons. That's definitely going to be awesome. Can't wait to see it. Something else I hope happens during Season 8 is the Mountain versus the Hound. I've seen things kind of teased for this since I think Season 6. I remember seeing on Facebook, seeing like a UFC style poster saying the Clegane Bowl, the Mountain versus the Hound. Hopefully we get to see it in Season 8. It's going to be crazy. Brother versus brother. The Mountain, who forced the Hound's face into a fire as a child because he thought he stole a toy. Let's see him get some revenge and get some payback. I want to see the Hound beat the crap out of the Mountain. Even though the Mountain's huge and he's a monster, who knows? Let's see it. I want to see the Mountain versus the Hound. Alright. I also want to see Jaqen H'ghar. I want to know more about him and who he is. Is he Syrio Forel? I kind of think that would be interesting, seeing Syrio Forel from Season 1, Arya's dancing instructor, and see him actually be Jaqen H'ghar. That's another fan theory, which I definitely find interesting. I don't know if it's going to happen, but it could.
What do we say to the god of death?
Not today.
Go.
Something else that I hope they go into more in Season 8 is who is Azor Ahai, the prince that was promised. Is it Jon? Is it Daenerys? Who is it? I also want to know who the Night King is, where he's from, who he's after. Hopefully we get to see some more flashbacks with Bran, showing us more about him and where he came from. Maybe we'll get to know what he's doing and why. But definitely want to see more about the Night King. At the end, I want to know who's sitting on the Iron Throne. Is it going to be Jon? Is it going to be Daenerys? Maybe they'll both rule together. Maybe the Night King's going to win and take over the Seven Kingdoms, and he'll sit on the Iron Throne. I don't know, but I can't wait to see what I want to see in Game of Thrones Season 8. I'm going to be recording videos after each episode and hopefully uploading them the Monday following each episode. Alright, so comment below. Let me know what you want to see and what you're expecting for Game of Thrones Season 8. And I'll see you next week after Season 8, Episode 1. See ya.